video. I'm talking about at any age. You can get impingement in your shoulder, pain in that shoulder at 22, 25. Don't believe me? Keep using the machines. You'll find out soon enough. Well, hi, I'm John Hart, and welcome back to Mr. America Hart. All right, so listen, the next time you go in the gym and you go and you decide, well, I'm training chest today, and you go and you see that really cool hammer strength bench press machine, you know, the incline one that goes up like this, or the flat bench one that you lay down on and you drive that one up, or even the decline one, you know, they drive down and together like this with all these massive plates on each side. Looks really cool, right? Well, here's the thing. When you go to train on those machines, there's generally the belief that they're safer. Safer than what, you ask? Safer than dumbbells, safer than barbells, safer than free weights, essentially. And that in and of itself is a little bit misguided, and here's why. When you go ahead and you do any movement, okay, when you do dumbbell incline press, let's say, that's a really good example. Incline dumbbell presses, okay? When you do incline dumbbell presses, the dumbbells are governed in their position of space by where your hand is, of course, but the many different directions that it could fall, you have muscle holding it in that one spot and preventing it from going in various directions, the directions you don't want it to go in. Not only that, but you're driving it up. And when you drive it up, of course, your target muscles, your intended target muscles, the pecs, the upper pecs, are getting worked intensely at that point. Now, this sounds great, right? But what is the big deal here with those dumbbells? Well, when you do that movement, that motion, incline dumbbell presses or flat dumbbell presses or whatever dumbbell work you do for your chest, your shoulders, the ancillary or assisting muscles such as the rotator cuffs, you have your infraspinatus, your teres major, teres minor, and your supraspinatus, they're all involved to a degree. All of them, not counting things like your serratus, all of them to a degree are involved in stabilizing that dumbbell, two dumbbells as a matter of fact, from flying in different directions. Whereas if you were in an incline hammer strength machine, now I'm not bashing hammer strength machines. I am saying any machine out there, if you are to believe that it's safer and better than doing the free weight version of the exercise, that part is the part I will contend is just not true. It's not safer. It's not better, okay, in this regard. You want to exercise the muscles that you're training, and you want the accessory muscles, the assisting muscles, to also get trained and strengthened for longevity. There we go. Simple. For longevity. Without that, you're creating an imbalance. So if you are exclusively using machines, for example, unfortunately, that's an erroneous belief that using just the machine is going to strengthen all of the necessary muscles that need to be strengthened. Okay? I'm talking about training to grow muscle, of course. Okay, that's a given. If you've been a part of my channel or you've seen any of my videos, you know I'm always interested in growing muscle. Okay, not just strength. But the strength factor is really important to long-term physique development. If you don't have a proper balance, a strength ratio between your chest, your pecs, and your rotator cuff muscles, or your delts and your rotator cuff muscles, then you're going to be in trouble. At some point in time, you're creating a further imbalance. The delts or the pecs getting really, really strong and lagging behind the rotator cuffs, and really lagging behind, because over time, if you keep using those machines and you're not engaging your rotator cuff muscles, again, I'm saying exclusively. If you've missed that, please don't. I'm talking about exclusively. If you're going to use those machines and not use the free weight, the alternative being a barbell press or dumbbell presses, dumbbells would probably be the best example of something that you should be doing because you want it set individually on both sides of your body, your right shoulder, your left shoulder, and the assisting muscle groups, are all being trained optimally for balance on each side. If you use a barbell, it's been proven that even with a barbell, one side, if there's an imbalance or a weakness, it can be covered up by the opposite side. The bar may not even travel in a weird way. It will actually create a problem even further. So preferably dumbbells, secondarily barbells. Okay, in my world, that would be the priority. Now, I've trained thousands of people over the last 38 years. So this is not something I'm coming up with just on my own training, not from my own personal experience. I hate to use the word anecdote, okay, as being anecdotal, because I didn't didn't perform a double-blind study on all of this. But let's just say, observationally, I've trained so many people and only strengthened their shoulder joints, their hip joints, all of that. And some of them I trained for 14 or 15 years. So I know for a fact that they didn't just go and train for a few months, and then I let them on their way, and later on left them to face a lot of pain. You understand what I'm saying? So in your case, though, because I care about you and I want you to have the best, listen, there's nothing wrong with occasionally jumping on a machine, using a machine, get really intense with it, train hard on it, use that machine. There's nothing wrong with occasionally doing a leg press instead of squats. But look, squats, speaking of which, squats, as I'm sitting next to my power rack, squats are essentially a core movement. They engage, anything that engages your upper and your lower body at the same time is going to use your core, your entire core, that being your abdomen, surrounding obliques, your lumbars, your QL, quadratus lumborum, all of those. And when they're engaged in being trained as stabilizers, they are intensely being used, as opposed to when you hop on a leg press and use nothing but your lower body. So there's the difference. When you use your upper body in conjunction with your lower body, you're adding to the integrity of your structure. This is something that every one of you should be concerned with as time passes. You want to have a very, very strong structure from top to bottom without any weaknesses. Weaknesses as you get older equals pain. So I laugh at that because there will be people who dispute this. And unfortunately, they can go about their way and train the way they want to train. But anybody who tells you that your muscles don't know the difference, whether you're using a barbell, a dumbbell, or a machine, the context within which they are speaking is the target muscle that you're training that day. If you want to train your chest and you go and you do a hammer strength bench press or a hammer strength incline press machine, one of the more popular ones of all time in the bodybuilding world, you are targeting your pecs. However, you are minimally engaging the help of the assisting muscles, ancillary muscles, whatever you want to call them, the rotator cuff muscles, serratus, all of these other ones that surround your shoulder, even your lats to a degree. Minimal involvement of all of those. And as you strongly are engaging the pecs on that movement, you're stimulating the pecs to get stronger and bigger at a faster rate than the already challenged rotator cuffs on most human beings. You want the rotator cuffs to keep a proportionate amount of strength up as you grow bigger pecs, bigger shoulders, and bigger lats. On the other hand, if you go and you use free weight dumbbell presses, dumbbell flat or incline presses of any type, you're going to engage your pecs, target muscles, context. We want those target muscles, your pecs, to be engaged maximally. Once you've trained yourself to use the free weights and how to hold the dumbbells and where to drive them in that point in space, it becomes automatic. Your body clicks right into it, and not much energy is used on your rotator cuffs and those other ancillary assisting muscles I mentioned. They are going to stabilize your shoulder joint, and they're going to increase in their integrity over the course of decades of training. See, I'm thinking in terms of decades for you. I'm not thinking in terms of, this next year. So anybody who tells you that whether you use a machine, barbells, or dumbbells does not matter, your muscles don't know the difference. Anybody who tells you that and does not clarify the context within which they're speaking, which should be just talking about your pec, in which case it's true. Barbells, dumbbells, machines, doesn't matter what you use, your pec, the target big muscle, really doesn't know the difference, okay? However, all those little muscles do know the difference. The ones that you still want to develop, that you still want to grow bigger and stronger. And they need that kind of work. So the majority of your work should still remain in the free weight realm, and then assisting or supplementary work being done in the machine realm. And that's the best way that I know how to keep your muscles in check, in balance, proper strength ratios, keep you out of pain. Bottom line. That's it right there. For any of you, I'm not talking to men over 50 in this video. I'm not talking to men over 40 or people over 40 or elderly. I'm not talking to any of y'all specifically in this video. I'm talking about at any age. You can get impingement in your shoulder, pain in that shoulder at 22, 25. Don't believe me? Keep using the machines. You'll find out soon enough. And neglect using your free weights, okay? You'll find out soon enough if that's the case. But you can get that at any age, any stage in your training career. Cause an imbalance that will bring pain. You don't have to be old to have pain. But certainly as you get older, it'll take longer to get out of that pain once you do have it. So that's it for today. I hope you got something out of this. I really am trying to impress upon you the need to continue to use your free weights. And I'll also put a link. Here's a little special bonus material for you. I did a video on rotator cuff work just to make sure that you're keeping up with those rotators. And I'll put the link for that video down below in the video description. You can go ahead and check out that video I shot a couple of years ago. It's a little bit older, but it's a good one. It shows all the primary exercises I use for rotator cuff work to keep you out of pain and keep those rotator cuffs strong. And that's what we want for a long, healthy training career with plenty of big muscle, right? All right, that's it today. From my heart to you, John Hart. And listen, before you go, right here, right now, you're going to see that disc pop up next to my head. See that thing? That is the subscribe button for my channel. If you tap on that, YouTube will alert you when I have new videos pop up, and I'd appreciate that. Down below, you're going to see a thumbs up button down on your left. Before you leave, give that thing a tap, please, and turn it blue. If you do that, the YouTube algorithm will pick up that you're liking my videos, and it's really good for the channel, so I do appreciate it. I will see you next time.